you being a creative, I gotta think that opens the doors for stuff. Not saying that you're going to have like a whole samba moment in the middle of a song, but still, it just kind of frees you up.
There's still time.
Oh, okay. You know what? Look, if you want to do that, I don't need any money. That
one's free.
Oh yeah. Everything's free. If it's from me on this podcast, it's all free. Welcome, everybody, to Casting for Two. The podcast is always hosted by me, Chris. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 547 of the podcast. We are still in the birthday month. I'm going to try and go hard for these last couple of days left in July because I got some great chats that need to go up and they need to be heard. So that's what I'm going to do. And, of course, if you'd like to keep up with me on the socials, castingfor2.com is the perfect place to go. You can see where the podcast is available on all the surfaces. Follow me on the social medias. I'm on YouTube. I haven't talked about this. I had to go to YouTube to be put on YouTube Music. It's been a thing, but I'm there. So everybody go check that out. But you know what? I need to talk about my guest today. My guest is a phenomenal musician, songwriter, all that good stuff. Gabriella Zappia is on the podcast, and she makes up the band Loveletter. I just had a phenomenal chat with Gabriella. They have a new EP that came out last month called Testament. I recommend you picking it up. I had a fun time listening to this. But you know what? I don't know what more to say. I think I need to stop talking so we can get into this conversation with Gabriella. All right? So everybody sit back, relax, and Gabriella, take it away.
Have we started already?
We are in it, yes.
This is the thing.
We're
doing the thing.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Of course. I usually start, right away just because, why not? But we are in it, and this is a loose show where we can talk about anything. But I am always curious to know, I love when people find their thing. For you, when did you get bit by that music bug?
The music bug? Well, we're going back.
We're going back, and we'll go forward at some point. Don't worry.
We're going way back. When I was a little kid, we were, all doing piano lessons from about the age of 4. So I got really into that, but it was classical piano. So in my kind of off time, I would find like popular sheet music.
Yeah.
And really, when I was a child, so it would be like Charlie Brown, like Fitzcarraldi songbooks, and just go to town on those. But rock music obviously came later.
Yeah. When
teens.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Now that, when you find rock, you get surrounded with it, you play it, you understand it, you write it, you do all that stuff. Do you have an appreciation for the classical stuff that you grew up with, learning to play first?
Yeah, I think starting with piano, you've got it all right there. You've got your lead, your accompaniment, your bass, your treble. You have everything you need to work with right there. So I think if you're going into songwriting, it's certainly a good tool to have under your belt.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much it really kind of factors into what I'm doing now. But that sort of early exposure, being able to, not only hear all the parts, but see them and play them too. You've got your 88 keys to work with.
Yeah. But I always love that because I came from a jazz world,
Oh
And
yeah?
oh yeah, and I hated being in Jazz World because I wanted to rock. I wanted to
Uh-huh.
do cool stuff. I wanted I don't know, like flamethrowers behind me while drum solos are going crazy. And then now that
Uh-huh.
I'm older, I'm just like, huh, you know what? Jazz, I know it's jazz, but that's pretty rock, you know?
For sure.
The way they improv and you just kind of be loosey goosey. I'm like, you know, I should have appreciated those days a little bit more, but I feel like that's just an age thing.
Sure. But you can appreciate it now.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I think that's, that's why it's nice to kind of just keep listening to a variety of things. Like I mean, I don't write on piano, I write on guitar, which I learned still learning,
Hmm.
which I started playing much later in life. So
Yeah.
I had to kind of chuck everything I knew. Um, but in terms of like writing and reading music, but your ear still holds on to certain things, especially if,
Yes.
yeah, if you kind of keep it pretty diverse or try to.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like that. And so, you know, you mentioned that you find rock in your in your teen years, and that's kind of where you've been living. Well, so, you know, I said it earlier how I want the flamethrowers and stuff like that. But what was it about rock that was like, yes, I have to play you. I have to be you. You know, like, what was it about it?
Probably hormones,
Gotcha.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
Just yeah, like rage, sex, like all, emotions, intensity, all of the things. Uh yeah, you really can't beat rock for that.
You know what? You really can't, and I feel like the schools should be promoting that a little bit more. And you
I
know,
mean,
just like, look, there's going to be a point where rock music is going to be your thing. Don't worry, it'll be okay. It's just a natural progression of life. Don't worry, and you know, just let it ride it out, or not.
uh,
Who knows? You know, it might be in your life forever. Um,
for sure.
this is what the schools need to be teaching. I'm sorry I'm holding on to this information, but it'll be okay. It'll be you know, teachers will be fine. Um well, and so I'm very curious because I was listening to the EP and I was enjoying it because, you know, I my musical taste, I've kind of been parked at like an 80s new wave kind of trend, or not trend, but just, you know, that kind of area.
Hmm.
And when I hear something that is like man, the I should just title this episode rock. But when I hear something a little bit heavier, a bit more uh, happening, do I dare say aggressive? I just instantly am just like, oh, hell yeah, let's go into it. Cause it's just kind of something that takes me out of that 80s new wave synth, mood that I'm in. And then I get it put into something else. But I'm curious for, the EP and love letters, things like that, the band, what, how did you guys come together and find your particular sound?
Well, Love Letter, I think after, some previous bands, I was kind of craving
Mm,
something heavier.
mm-hmm,
Um, but, as we kind of go along, it's even within the same song, once I kind of start to feel like it's just going too much in one direction,
mm-hmm,
that's sort of when I want to change it up and maybe like have a quiet moment, play with that classic contrast.
mm-hmm,
Um, or get a little, if something's getting too melodic, then I kind of want to like stop and jam in a part that's a little, dissonant or a little weird. So, yeah, I'd have to say it kind of started with like that wanting something heavy, but then um, being able to kind of move around, be a little free with that space and
mm-hmm.
just not be so predictable and so dogmatic about the whole thing. And I guess that's where the name came from too. We liked the sort of, hard sound, soft name,
Yeah.
love letter kind of thing. But
Hmm.
also, I mean, love letter is just it's a statement.
Mm.
It's a desperate call. It's a missive. It's a communique, and it's another general idea of playing music, I suppose.
Yeah. I like, you know, what you said
Liking
about,
it.
hey, it's, we're in the heavy now, but let's kind of back it off. It gives you, again, not to do the jazz thing, but gives you like a freedom to go wherever you want.
Hmm.
I think,
Hmm.
yeah, I think, and as far as, you being a creative, I gotta think that opens the doors for stuff. Not saying that you're gonna have like a whole samba moment in the middle of a song, but still, it just kind of
I don't know,
frees you
Chris.
up.
There's still time.
Oh, okay. You
Still
know what?
time.
Look, if you want to do that, I don't need any money.
That one's free.
Oh yeah. Everything's
That's
free. If it's from me on this podcast, it's all free. I don't mind, as long as, you give me a thanks on some other podcast or written interview that you do. That's fine with me. I'm just a giver. I can't help it. Um, well, and then again, like I was saying, I was listening to the EP. Was there one song off the EP that just kind of took a little bit longer to figure out whether either the lyrics or the music just wasn't meshing together?
ah, that's a good. It's an excellent question. I think maybe the first one
Mm.
actually on the EP, Bully. I'd
Hmm.
kind of had a riff going, and then uh just I didn't want to overwork it. We were kind of hammering around for too long, and I thought, I don't want to overthink it.
Hmm.
Kind of don't want to overthink anything in this band in terms of songwriting, let it get too stale. So
Yeah.
kind of shelved it for a bit and then came back to it later. So, and then I think the other ones kind of came together a little more directly.
Hmm.
But that one, yeah, had to stew on it for a minute and forget about it
Yeah.
and then pick it up later.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, let it marinate, let it, just kind of do its thing, and then you come back and then, oh, we got this. Okay, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom. There you
come
go.
back fresh,
Yeah,
rock it
I
out.
get that. I always think about people in your position where you're mixing or you're recording, something like that. Like, when is a song over? Like, for
When you run out of money, Chris.
there you go. You know what? That's a good viewpoint. I never thought about that. Yes, because I'm just like, you can theoretically, if you had unlimited money, would you be mixing the songs to this day if you could?
I mean, I'd probably still be finding things I wanted to change, things I
Yeah,
wanted to perfect. But like I said, it's kind of nice just having a moment where it's pencils down
yeah.
and you get on with your life, send it out into the world, walk away,
Hmm.
and start on something new.
Yeah, like samba song, samba.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, pivot straight into that samba direction.
Look, we got to finish this song
Those
because we got the
days.
samba song we got to conquer. Come on, people.
Absolutely.
Pencils down. I love
Absolutely.
that. I love that. And so I'm very curious because there's never a right or wrong answer, but I love getting the different viewpoints.
Oh, this
Uh,
sounds juicy.
so it's not a heavy question, but it's going to tell me everything I need to know about you. So yes, it
Hmm.
is. No, I'm very curious. To you, what makes a perfect song?
Oh, God, that is heavy. All right, perfect song, perfect song. All
Yeah.
right, straight off the bat, it's got to be under 3 minutes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm coming in hot. It's a little controversial, but
Yeah,
3 minutes, it's plenty of time. Just, get it done.
yeah. Pencils down.
Just get it done. I'd say also with that, same thing I was kind of mentioning before. change it up a little bit in the
Mm,
song. You
mm-hmm,
know, I even if a groove, or a riff is just amazing, I don't kind of want to sit with it for the whole time.
mm-hmm.
Like, take me somewhere, Let's
Yeah,
let's take a journey, I'll
yeah.
follow. So, yeah, those kinds of things. So if it's and I do like a little bit of dissonance every now and again. I like when a song kind of feels like it's going to go off the rails, but then, the songwriting kind of pulls you back in and steadies the boat. But I like that feeling of it's all gonna it's all gonna come apart
Right.
pretty soon. But just like really just being on the cusp of it all before you can kind of like rein it in and really sort of um yeah, take people like in and out and then maybe like lead them right into a hook or something.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I never ask a follow up to this question, but I'm very interested in knowing what is that song to you?
Um, there's so many,
Okay.
but thinking like, even just this morning, I was listening to Fugazi, and a lot of their
Mm,
songs kind of tick off a lot of these boxes for me,
yeah. Yeah.
you know? Especially because they have that energy, they have that intensity, but they also have, songwriting chops. So they'll kind of, like I said, like pull you back in, um, right before or right after it's, all gone to chaos. So maybe, maybe Public Witness Program.
Okay. Okay.
And that clocks in like under 2 minutes. So,
that, yeah, it's just like you get smacked in the face with a journey and then it's over and it's, oh, okay. All right.
yeah, like you've already gone to a few different places in your mind and rhythm wise. So yeah, for sure.
No, I love that. I love
I think
that.
that's a good one.
Yeah, I love the journey aspect, of course, because I'm right there with you on wanting to be taken somewhere because there's so many songs that I get taken to places, and it's always fun. There's songs that I can't even listen to because it takes me to a place where I don't want to remember that. So I get
Right,
it.
right.
Do you have any songs that you can't listen to because of whatever, it was a breakup song or whatever? Do you have any of those songs?
Oh God.
And those you don't need a list.
I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like definitely, especially if it was, sort of teenage heartbreak
Mm,
years
mm.
or anything like that. But yeah, but then, if it's a good song, it'll come back to you.
You're right.
You're not gonna let that stand in your way. I'm certainly not, you know.
Yeah, yes, this is a song that I'm gonna conquer and it'll be fine.
Yeah, like it
I get
was
it.
it was my song before it was your song, before it was a breakup song, or it was my song before I got beat up or something.
Right, exact. I
Oh,
love
like
that.
whatever, associations you have.
Yeah.
Like a good song is a good song.
Yes, yes. And yes, yeah. And yeah, I'm going to take back ownership. It's mine. I love
Yeah.
that. There's
Yeah.
some songs I'm like, yeah, no, I found that when we were together. You can have that. That's fine. Take it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's fine. Uh, and so for the people at home who would like to keep up with everything that you're doing, the band's doing, anything like that, where can they follow you online?
Well, we right now have our first two singles that are sort of streaming everywhere
Hmm.
on Tidal and iTunes and Spotify, and Bandcamp is an awesome place.
Yeah.
Um, we'll have some records there pretty soon and some other stuff physical things you can own,
Mm,
Chris, you can take
yeah.
home, things you can touch.
I love
Yeah.
a good record. I'm all about it.
And we're, yeah.
Yeah, I
And we're on
love my
Instagram
record.
as well.
Yeah, there we go. But Gabriella, thank you so much for chatting with me. Anytime you want to come back and we'll I don't know, listen to music under like perfect playlist that's songs under 3 minutes.
Yeah, songs to rage to.
Yes, under 3 minutes. 3-minute ragers. I love it. We're gonna get that playlist going, and I'm gonna look to you because all my songs are probably gonna be in 6 minutes because I'm just like, let's rage. Let's double the rage time. Isn't that better? But probably not. I don't know.
Yeah, and then we'll go to like a new wave disco afterwards.
Yeah. But I'll probably keep it.
We really can have it all.
I'll probably keep it brief. My knees are starting to hurt. It's just age. I'm like, even walking, I'm like, really? I'm just walking. All right, whatever.
All right. Well, thanks for having me, Chris.
Of course. And thank you for listening. Have a great day. You have a wonderful day and keep staying safe and healthy.
All right. Ciao.
All right. Bye-bye.